Amoroso.
Here.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz is absent. Freeholder Sullivan.
Here.
Freeholder Tonelli.
Here.
Freeholder Voss.
Here.
Chairwoman Zerk.
Here.
Please note that Freeholder Ortiz is in the building.
Evidence of a quorum is present. Can everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I please have a motion to open the meeting to the public?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? It has been unanimously approved. We're now going to have a hearing of the general public with a 3-minute time limit in effect in accordance with the Bergen County Freeholders bylaws. The board attorney will keep the time, and when the time of the speaker expires, the timekeeper will announce that the time has expired. Please fill out a slip if you haven't done so already, if you wish to speak with your name, address, and general topic with which you wish to speak. Is there anyone from the general public who wishes to speak? Seeing none, can I have a motion to close the meeting to the general public?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? The meeting is now closed to the public. We have a resolution that we need to add to the consent agenda, Resolution 82117, which is, in accordance with Section 56, a consent resolution regarding the BCIA Medical Center project. This was supposed to be part and adopted with the resolution with the guarantee ordinance, but it was inadvertently omitted, and we're now going to need to add that to the consent agenda. Can I please have a motion to add 82117 to the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Roll call, please.
Freeholder Amoroso.
Yes.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Yes.
Freeholder Tonelli.
Yes.
Freeholder Voss.
Yes.
Chairwoman Zerk.
Yes.
7 ayes.
82117 is now added to the consent agenda. Will the clerk please read the resolutions on the consent agenda now?
Resolution 76817 through 82117.
Can I have a motion to accept the resolutions on the consent agenda as read by the clerk?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Can we have a roll call, please?
Freeholder Amoroso.
Yes.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Yes.
Freeholder Tonelli.
Yes.
Freeholder Voss.
Yes.
Chairwoman Zerk.
Yes.
7 ayes.
Are there any resolutions of non-consent postponed or tabled? And if so, will the clerk please read?
There are none.
Thank you. We're now going to go on to our 2 ordinances for second reading and adoption, Ordinance 1725 and Ordinance 1726. Can the clerk please read the Ordinance 1725 by title only?
1725 is an ordinance amending and restating bond ordinance number 1709, finally adopted on June 28, 2017. The proof of publication of the ordinance notice of public hearing was published in accordance with the law and is on file in my office. A copy of the notice of hearing and ordinance number 1725 was duly posted pursuant to NJSA 40A:2-17 on Friday, August 11, 2017.
May I have all ordinances have public hearings, so may I please have a motion to open the meeting to the public?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Meeting is now open to the public with a 5-minute time limit in effect. The board attorney will keep the time. Is there anyone from the general public that wishes to speak on ordinance 17-25? May I have a motion to close the hearing to the public?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The meeting is now closed to the public. Is there any board discussion on ordinance 1725? Seeing none, can I have a motion to adopt ordinance 1725?
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Freeholder Amoroso.
Yes.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Yes.
Freeholder Tonelli.
Yes.
Freeholder Voss.
Yes.
Chairwoman Zerk.
Yes.
7 ayes. 1725 is adopted.
Thank you. Can I now, the clerk, please read ordinance 1726 by title only?
1726 is an ordinance amending Section 3 of Bond Ordinance 1710, finally adopted on June 28, 2017, in order to revise the amounts referred to therein. The proof of publication of the ordinance notice of public hearing was published in accordance with the law and is on file in my office. A copy of the notice of hearing and ordinance number 1726 was duly posted pursuant to NJSA 40A:2-17 on Friday, August 11, 2017.
Can I have a motion to open the meeting to the public regarding ordinance 17-26?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? The public hearing is now open regarding ordinance 1726 with 5-minute time limit in effect. The board attorney will keep the time. Is there anyone who wishes to speak on ordinance 17-26? Seeing none, can I have a motion to close the meeting to the general public?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Meeting is now closed to the general public. Is there anyone with board comment on 1726? Can I have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Oh, roll call, I'm sorry.
Freeholder Amoroso.
Yes.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Yes.
Freeholder Tonelli.
Yes.
Freeholder Voss.
Yes.
Chairwoman Zerf.
Yes.
7 ayes, 1726 is adopted.
We will now have our freeholder reports, brief freeholder reports this evening. Why don't we begin with Freeholder Tonelli?
Caught me off guard.
Decided to mix it up, I usually start at the ends.
Thank you, Chairwoman. So first, August 10th marked our last concert in the county parks. I just wanted to thank the county executive and his staff for their efforts, as well as the Parks Department. Between the free movies and the free concerts in the park, every year they're getting larger and more successful and very well attended. I look forward to them growing even more in the future. And lastly, I just wanted to discuss Resolution 18717 that we passed tonight, aimed at bringing Darlington Golf Range online. Darlington's driving range is recognized as a Golf Channel Learning Center, helping to teach golf to beginners. Golf has been really good this year. The rounds have been up, and that's due to a lot of the commitment by us and the administration in reinvesting in our golf courses and putting the right people in the right places. So this is just preparing us moving forward into the future, where we may need to bring simulators and other things to keep current in the golf world. So I just want to thank the Parks Department again for continually looking to improve the services provided to the county. Thank you, Chairwoman.
Thank you. Freeholder Ortiz?
Thank you. As we continue to celebrate all our different cultures throughout the county, I was happy and honored to attend the Indian Independence 70th, it was their 70th anniversary of their independence flag raising celebration. It was great. They had great musicians, drum players, all sorts of music. We had 2 great speakers, as well as delicious Indian cuisine. So that was a very nice celebration. And Freeholder, Gans, and I attended the Mount Calvary Back to School event in Englewood, which was a very nice event in which the church invites all the parishioners and actually the whole community, and they provide backpacks and all supplies for all the children in the school. So it was a very nice event. They had lots of food and games for the children, face painting. It was a lot of fun. So it was great for the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Freeholder Ross?
Thank you, Chairwoman. I want to echo what Freeholder Tonelli said about the concerts at Overbeck Park. They are very well attended, and we've had some wonderful bands. And I encourage everybody, because Labor Day is rapidly approaching, to go out at their communities and see the last of the summer concerts. I was fortunate enough to speak at both the Korean Independence Day celebration and the Indian celebration. I always, because I was a history teacher, like to give a little insight into why we're celebrating these holidays. And Korea was for many years under the domination of the Japanese. And when World War II ended, Korea finally got its independence. And so we were very happy to acknowledge that. But unfortunately, all Korea is not independent at this point in time. The Indian Independence Day was even more interesting because India was under the control of Britain for many, many years and not treated very nicely. And during World War II, the Indians and their leader at that time was really Mohandas Gandhi, decided that it was better to fight with the British against the Nazis than to, see if Britain was going to survive. And so 2.5 million Indian soldiers fought with the British against the Nazis with the understanding that they would get their independence. Well, finally, on August the 15th, 1947, they got their independence, but it was not without a glitch. They divided India into 2 countries, Pakistan, which was going to be a Muslim country, and India, which was going to be a Hindu country. 15 million people were displaced, and it was a horrible bloodbath before all of this was reconciled. So India had a very tumultuous beginning, but Gandhi also became quite a role model for many people, including our own Dr. Martin Luther King, who showed that violence is not the way to gain one's freedom. And so anyway, the Indian independence was quite wonderful. And I also went to Mount Cal. I always say Cavalry, and I mean Calvary. I'm sorry. And it's wonderful because it's so important to get kids off on the right foot with the right supplies so that they can begin their school year. And I've been going to this for many, many years, as has Freeholder Gans. And we're always happy to see the children receive those things which they need. And I just want to say one more thing. I guess I got a couple of hundred emails wishing me a happy birthday. And I just want to thank everybody who sent me these because it's probably one of the happiest birthdays I've ever had. So thank you, everyone.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Thank you. I was just going to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank
You
you.
wish yourself a happy birthday.
I had many days of birthdays, thank you.
Yes.
I told Freeholder bosses she looks great for 41. I'm sorry. But happy birthday, John.
Thank
I
you.
just want to touch on a few of the resolutions we passed tonight, 800-17. A resolution authorizing agreement for sharing of county-owned emergency and non-emergency equipment with the Borough of Cliffside Park. As you've heard us say here, ad nauseam up here, we continue to do things in a shared service because it's good for everybody. It's good for the county, it's good for the municipality, and everybody wins in that situation. It's great cost saving. Anything we can do to help the municipalities, we certainly will. And then also, Resolution 801-17, submission for an application for the program Enhanced Mobility of Seniors and People with Disabilities. It's a county matching grant. It's $200,000 grant, $200,000 county match. And we continue here in Bergen County to look after our most vulnerable, and people with disabilities and seniors are always a priority, and we will continue to make it a priority in Bergen County. That's why I'm proud to serve with my colleagues up here, because they all have the same feeling. And last, at 818-17 is a resolution to submit and accept more funds from New Jersey's Victim Assistance Grant. This is an alternative to domestic violence. So we are very cognizant of all the issues that are here in Bergen County. We constantly are trying to make things better for our residents. And we as you can see, we have a diverse programs for everything, and we will continue to do that. And I'm just proud to be a part of it. Thank you, Freeholder.
Thank you, Fielder Rosso.
We've had people come before us to talk about that very terrible crossing on River Road in Teaneck, where a woman was struck and killed by motorists last year. There are reports that we're doing something about it as a township in Teaneck and also Bergen County. So the township is set to install signs on either side of the crosswalk. Those signs will flash yellow when a pedestrian pushes a button to cross. And the county workers will paint a striped area in the middle of this rather wide street at that point so that a pedestrian can cross and be safe in the middle before crossing to the other side. Secondly, I'm happy to report Wegmans is supposed to open in Montvale on September 24th, 7 a.m. There's nothing like a new supermarket, Billy. I'm just looking forward to shopping there. And finally, on October 22nd, there's going to be a suicide awareness and prevention walk at Saddle River County Park in Saddlebrook. Every time you read one of these stories about a very young person who commits suicide because of social media bullying, you think we got to do something about this. And in fact, suicide was the third leading cause of death among individuals between the ages of 10 and 14, second leading cause of death between individuals between the ages of 15 and 34. Twice as many suicides in the United States as homicides. So it's something we have to focus on as a community and a country. That's it. Thank you.
Freeholder Gans.
Thank you, Chairwoman. This past weekend, I had the privilege of going to Mount Calvary Church and their back-to-school drive. There were over 500 family members received backpacks, school supplies, and had hot dogs, hamburgers, and a lot of fun. This is the 4th or 5th year that we've done Mount Calvary. All the freeholders participated. We appreciate your contributions to doing that. The 3rd annual Bergen County Music Festival took place at Overpeck Park this weekend, and that was also just an absolute delight. I want to thank the administration and in particular Julian and Michelle for outstanding work in bringing this to closure and making it happen. Randy Glover heads up a non-profit organization with the Triarch Productions, and overall it was a program that began at about 4 o'clock and went well into the night. There were a couple hundred people there, and this is a program that begins to grow each year. This is the start of a new legislative year for us, and what would a legislative year be without Bergen Wellness? Bergen Wellness is a program that is available to all residents of Bergen County, and for that matter, anywhere in New Jersey. The space over here is for Frank Fuchs to insert an email address where you can get your own card. You get discounts on it. It's available for use to get a discount of up to 30%. Mimi, the cat, who is doing a little bit better, still on her way out, but still a lady, and right now she her kidneys are starting to fail, but other than that, she's a very happy cat, and she's even happier by the diabetic supplies that her mommy and daddy get for her through the Bergen Wellness Program, and get discounts of 30% doing that. There are also discounts available for non-pet medication, that is medication used by humans, it's up to about 42%. And this is free of charge. You pay for the medicine, but at the discounted rate, and you do that right at the point of sale. Also diabetic supplies for humans, and I can tell you that there are wonderful discounts on eyeglasses. You can save a couple $100 on it. Rhoda McPherson went with her mother to look at a pair of glasses, hearing aids, and the hearing aid that Mrs. Pendergast chose was a $2,800 model. She paid under $2,000 for it, and tremendous value. And anyway, it's a good thing. We're coming up towards the Labor Day holiday. Please be safe, and you all have a great Labor Day. Thank you, Chairman. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Freeholder. As some of my colleagues mentioned, we had both Korean Independence and Indian Independence Day this week, and I think that one of the things that we'd see underscored, especially in the environment that we're currently in, is that our diversity here in Bergen County is part of what makes us strong and vibrant, and is something that we celebrate at every opportunity, and it is one of our biggest assets. As also some of my colleagues mentioned, we're getting ready for back to school. I also was at a back to school drive with Jewish Federation this week, Backpacks for Success, where we packed 1,360 backpacks for kids in need so that they can get off to the right start in their school year. And it was a really wonderful volunteer event where it engaged a huge cross-section of the community. I also had the privilege of touring today the Boys and Girls Center of Teaneck, which is just getting off the ground. It's going to be launching in the middle of September or the beginning of October. where they're going to be providing after-school services and camp for children kindergarten through 13 years old, and then also a teen program as well to give kids enrichment and a safe place to be after school. So I'm very excited to see a new home starting for that in Teaneck. We also had some of our intern tours draw to a close, and many of our college interns heading back to school this week. I want to personally thank Naomi Cruz, my intern, who is off to Columbia, but really thank all of our interns for a lot of hard work, and some of us are getting ready for our fall crop. So those of you out there who are watching, we are always excited for interns and to give our young people an inside look at what goes on in government, and so feel free to provide resumes, and we are happy to consider you for internships. With that being said, I also want to announce that our work session for next week is going to be canceled. It is our last week of summer, and I think that in doing, we should adjourn next week's meeting. And finally, I just want to, I see so many of my teacher friends who, yes, Freeholder again.
I have something to add, if I may, at the conclusion of your remarks.
Surely.
Thank you.
I see so many of my teacher friends who are posting pictures of them back at the classrooms already, getting ready to set up for the next school year. As this will probably air when school is already back in session, I want to thank them for the hard work that is about to occur as the new school year begins, and wish all of our students a healthy and productive new school year. And Freeholder Gans, what is it that you wish to add?
There is going to be on this Sunday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon a celebration of the 54th anniversary of the March on Washington, and this will be at the Fairleigh Dickinson campus site of the statue of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., which everybody is invited to attend.
Thank you very much, Freeholder. With all of that being said, can I take a motion to adjourn?
You ready?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Meeting stands adjourned.